episode of Out of Sight in Mind. With me, I'm here with a special guest, one of the DJs that's been making a lot of noise here at WIU, my guy, Oscar, aka DJ Oso.
Yo, what's up, man? Thanks for having me on, for real.
Nah, most definitely, we've been talking about this since
House
crawl.
Since the house crawl, bro, it's been in the making.
Bro, we've been talking about this, you feel me? I'm like, yeah, folks definitely a real one. We locked in, we definitely gonna get something going. But how you feeling today, bro?
So I'm feeling good, ready for this Halloween weekend. It's about to come up onto us, for sure.
Bro, it's definitely finna be busting Halloween parties.
Yeah.
You know, I can get down in college, especially out here. Okay, so starting off, let's just go into your upbringing, where you're originally from.
So I'm from Chicago. You know, just being there, you know, you're going to be immediately influenced by all types of music.
Bro.
So, you know, just being able to, like, experience music at all these different places kind of, you know, puts, like, it all connects all back to one point, and that's where, you know, that's really what I would hear every time I would go out type thing.
Yeah. What part of the city you were from?
So I grew up more like north side Chicago, but, you know, I always do this thing because, like, I'm a Sox fan because that's south side, but I did grow up on the north side. You know, south side ain't bad at all, definitely.
Bro, that's definitely what's up.
Yeah.
What kind of music did you listen to coming up?
Growing up, I was really influenced by my brother in terms of music because he would listen to all rap, so I obviously got into all rap. At the time, my favorite rapper was Lil Wayne when I was growing up, and it still is. Still is, man. Definitely the GOAT.
Shit, my homie Jason, he definitely would appreciate fuck with you on that.
Yeah.
So DJing, when did you really get into it?
So I kind of, like, my 2019 was like my sophomore year at high school. Like, I kind of call it like my first party year because that's kind of was like, you know, at the time, you know, all the girls are having their quinceañeras, they're all turning 15, so you're just at those parties because, you know, you just constantly know everybody in the school type thing, so it's like you're always going to be at those events. And one thing I always took note of was like the music, because, like, you know, how was a DJ like playing all these songs, you know, getting the crowd turned, you know,
it was just interesting.
Yeah, so it was interesting to me, and then also like just like seeing like, okay, like what song choice could have been better, and like during that night too is what got me thinking too. That's kind of where I chose some, okay, like let me try out DJing, and that's kind of like where the inspiration took me to like buy like my first little board like off Amazon. And with that, I kind of was just like self-taught, and it kind of like led into like my junior year of high school, where sadly like COVID did hit. At the time, I was also learning how to like properly DJ now and everything. Yeah. So, you know, things kind of took a big pause until things kind of went back to normal. It's, I guess that's what you want to call it. Yeah. But definitely until I got to here is when I've been able to actually take that step into doing parties and working like events and all that stuff.
Okay, that's definitely dope.
Yeah.
So during the pandemic, you didn't like practice or try to perfect your craft?
During the pandemic, like I said, like things took a pause. Like I kind of didn't exactly like put it down, but I did kind of put it away for a bit. I wasn't like actively into it. You know, I was still doing, you know, every now and then when I was bored, you know, I just played a little bit of music, see if I still got it. Yeah. And then, you know, I didn't really like, you know, have like anybody to like learn with either, or like learn off of, because it was during the pandemic, and, you know, I didn't really know many DJs like too personally. So I feel like everything kind of was like self-taught in a way, which is like how I started.
No, that's definitely dope. You know, starting off, you know, it's never gonna be easy, but it's just like you learn from it, you know. So it's just like it's all a process. So.
Definitely.
How long would you say you've been DJing? Like,
I'd probably call it now maybe about 3 years.
Okay.
At least 3 years. Yeah, 3 years just to change, if anything.
Shoot. How'd you come up with DJ Oso?
So originally, I feel like I say this now because if COVID never happened and I started DJing in Chicago, my name was probably gonna be DJ True. Because at the time it was like True Religion, so I'm like, DJ True. Okay, yeah. And I would make the U like the horseshoe thing too, like I'm like if I ever came to time to logo. So that was gonna be the idea for there. But then I kind of came here, you know, I still didn't have that DJ name, so I didn't really. I told them True, but I feel like it wasn't really fitting anymore after saying it out loud and saying it to people. So then, you know, somewhere in some way we got to like Bear, like Polar Bear or something like that. Yeah. And then Bear in Spanish is Oso, and then my name is Oscar, so like the OS kind of made a little sense. And then Oso, you know, it sounded nice and it was fitting, you know, and it worked out. And that's really how I got my name, and that was only because of like being a DJ at the Teak House over there. Definitely, man.
All right, that's cool how that all came together. Did you have any like favorite DJs coming up, or?
Coming up, you know, since I was more like into music from like the rapper standpoint, I didn't even know there was a world of like music being made by other DJs until like I recently got a little more into like EDM stuff and like actually investigating like who's actually making all these beats for all these artists and stuff like that. That's kind of where I did find like my favorite DJs. My number one DJ probably right now, like my favorite would be Carnage.
Okay.
Carnage, yeah. He's I feel like he's like a good mix from like where I would like to be at too.
Yeah.
Where like he balances his rap, his crazy shit, you know, his wild shit, his festival stuff. Like I feel like that's what I can like mirror myself off of, definitely.
No, most definitely. Okay. So when you first got here, how did you go about your first party, or did someone like come up to you?
Yeah, so that was the thing. I didn't tell anyone I was a DJ or like start off, or I didn't even feel like I was a DJ yet until when I got here. I was just you know, just going around trying to meet people, and then like I would be in the dorm a lot, like my first few like days of the semester last year. Mm-hmm. But then I kind of ended up going to like join a fraternity, and that was TKE. Mm-hmm. And then luckily we had employees at the Ritz from TKE that were able to like get me aligned to like that to work at the Ritz, the bar that where most of us are employed at. Okay. And that's how I kind of was able to like get a lot more practice and actually like see how working with a crowd is compared to just like DJing. You know, now I was able to read the crowd. You know, if I was able to take in requests, you know, and adjust like styles throughout the night. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where I took like my first steps in like working with a crowd. But other than that, like we would be hosting pre-games and like after ups often after every bar night. So that's kind of also where I got like my practice after being like, you know, all like crazy and partied out. You know, come back and just DJ. You know, it would just be a whole experience for the night.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think you remember your first party that you DJ'd?
Yeah, definitely. It was one of my buddy's backyard. He had like a few bands coming to play because he was in a band at the time. Mm-hmm. So they were able to come down, and I was just like DJ in between, and then like after like they were done playing, I would just DJ the rest of the night. You know, and it was a pretty lit time, and like the family of my friend actually contacted me for a future party, and I ended up DJing that one too.
Oh, that's definitely
cool. So I kind of was like my first parties, and that was like in Chicago though.
Oh, okay. Shit. Yeah. But, you know, definitely from then until now, you know, just major improvements within yourself and your craft. So, you know, it's just always about improving.
Definitely, man.
Okay. So, how is it like when you actually make a playlist for a party? Like, do you just get it from other DJs that you listen to? You just go about what music is hot right now? Like, how's that going?
So a little bit of everything. So what I would mainly start DJing with was like I kind of like my main playlist, which is exactly like the same music that I would listen to every day. You know, the music I play in my car, the music I play like in my room on a speaker is the same music I DJ with. So like, if I'm constantly hearing that, I know how to like work with each song. Yeah. And I feel like that helped me out a lot because I knew what song to like bounce off of because I would know what's in my playlist already. But then, you know, I obviously have to stay open to like all the song requests that I would get, and you know, a lot of times it was the hot stuff, so I do have to like keep on track with the hot stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's been hard to like having to listen to every new album to find like that one good song, and then you have to try out the song, and then if no one likes it, you're like, damn, I just trusted this song, and then you're like, oh, maybe it's too new type thing, you know. It's always like it's always a trial and error when you're going with like the hot stuff. Yeah. And then like, you know, then there's all those songs that are just gonna catch you completely off guard. Where like you never even heard of it, but somehow everybody liked it.
Oh, bro, yeah, I'm already knowing.
Yeah, how it is. It happens, man. It happens.
When you DJ, do you ever deal with any negative people in the crowd? Like they'll come up to the booth and be like, "Can you play this, this, and this?" And like it's a song that you didn't play yet, but you were going to play.
Yeah. So. Luckily, it hasn't been too bad, you know, other than, like, you know, me not playing, like, one of their songs because I ran out of time or I just feel like it wasn't fitting at the moment. Yeah. And, like, you know, sometimes, you know, they do come up a few times, like asking for the same song again. And, you know, I kind of tell them, like, I might run out of time. Or I'll be like, bro, like, not the situation right now. I'll be like, or I just try to, like, or if they say, like, a certain artist, I'd probably play another song with the artist that I think would be more appropriate at the time. Yeah. You know, and I feel like that's what I always try to work with sometimes, you know. I don't like to completely decline someone, but I do like try to like work with them or like be like I'll play it later type thing or I'll make it like my last song or something like that.
That's what you gotta like be as a DJ, you know, like you're controlling the vibe of the party, Definitely. You know, the energy. So it's just like it's a action reaction thing. If you want to like see it that way. Yeah, all right, that's definitely dope. Yeah. So let's get into the real meat and potatoes. You know, Rolling Greek.
Rolling Greek.
What is it, for one, for the people that don't know it?
Yeah, so Rolling Greek is what I try to make my spin-off as Rolling Loud, but I try to make it here at a college, you know, level type, you know, like situation, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish. You know, when I made it, I'm trying to cater to like the student life here in Macomb, but I also was part of a fraternity, and I seen what other fraternities can do with these events. So I figured to call it Rolling Greek, and that way it could be like inclusive of everybody and all the Greek organizations here on campus. And you know, by having to like host something like that, like of like those morals, like, you know, I definitely have to stay local to like finding like local artists and DJs to like comply it as well. Yeah. And that's what I feel like I'm trying to do, and so far it has been that. And, you know, I'm just proud that it's going to happen, you know, definitely.
Oh, bro.
Well, that's what Rolling Greek is going to be, try to be my attempt at a concert out here at Western Illinois.
That's definitely like what we need out here because I don't know if you know about Skateland.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, that was like our biggest venue out here, like where we had the biggest parties, concerts. You feel me? Like we had Herb, Dirk, Lovefo, Bibby was out here. Like,
yeah, I can just imagine.
It was like, bro, it was like that at one point, but it's just like the fact that you low key bringing this back, especially like you wanted to collab, like you hit me up that one day, like you do video work, you know, record for it. Photographer finna be there, a whole bunch of different DJs and performers, you know, it's just like, you need people that's willing to like work together. I remember my freshman year, I joined the group that brought out Herb, and, you know, we was just like in big group chat, you know, making sure we got word out, promotion, all that stuff, and it's just like, you know, people gonna have the doubts, but it's just like at the same time, as long as you got the right people with you, it could work out, and like it's not gonna want to go perfectly, but it's just like, hey, it's gonna get the job done. So I definitely appreciate you just asking me to record the whole event. You know, we definitely gonna be out there. Go ahead and talk about the lineup because you just dropped that the other day too.
Yeah, the lineup just dropped. So I did announce a few of the artists prior, just to, you know, build a little bit of hype. You know, see where people's heads was at. You know, in terms of Rolling Greek. But lineup just dropped. We have McPaw. He's also in Sigma Chi fraternity, and he's gonna be one of our headliners for the event. And then after that, we have Baby T. He got like the local hit. You know, like they say,
shout out Baby T.
They say plant him in the streets, and that's true because Dummy definitely turns us up every night at the Ritz.
Oh, bro.
And then of course there might be some time for me to DJ, still figuring things out with that. But that's just my few songs to open up for artists and everything.
So you really plan on like just MCing it or just?
Well, a little bit of MCing, but there should be like a little like a little time slot for me to DJ a few songs, get y'all turned out. But definitely. I will be having a surprise artist come out, definitely. There's one guy that he's known at Western, but I feel like I'm not sure if people are going to expect it yet, but he's going to be coming out. He's going to be putting on right before McPaul go on.
Okay, y'all stay tuned.
Y'all stay tuned for that one. Y'all got to see that one in person. I can't say too much.
Bro,
And then Carry On, we have Little OZ and The Kid, so they're both from Galesburg, so they're a little bit like 40 minutes out of here. But they'll be performing our only joint set of the night, so they're gonna like bounce off each other's songs and stuff like that. And they seem to work together very good. They've done a lot of videos together, so I feel like it's gonna be a good experience having two people on stage trying to like control the stage and everything.
Oh, bro. Are they gonna be upstairs or downstairs?
Upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, everything gonna be upstairs.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure. And then we have the next guy is Ozone 815. So he actually has a feature with King Louis.
I won't say that name sounds
familiar.
Like, it looked familiar when I saw him.
He has a feature with King Louis, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's one of McPaul's friends, buddies. I think he was able to like get me connected with him. I heard his song, definitely have to have him. Then the King Louis feature that he has, just only adds to it. Shit, maybe even King Louis pulls up. We never know.
We never know.
We never know. But that's definitely one I'm excited for. And then our next guy is also a big WIU alum. Also like a little local legend type thing, shy songwriter with his DJ Swerve Samuel. So they both, Swerve Samuel, similar path to me, working the Ritz, DJing the Ritz, getting everybody teed up. Yeah. Shy songwriter, he's always been performing out here, been performing all over Illinois. Dan here runs Illinois in the local scene, but he be doing his thing, and I'm just glad that we were able to secure him for this Rolling Greek for sure.
Oh, bro. How did you go about like contacting all these artists and seeing if they'll actually be down with it?
Well, I kind of started like early September-ish, like starting to like reach out, like, hey, like I'm looking to put together like this event, I would like to see you down to perform type thing. More or less they were all down for it because I feel like, after COVID, I feel like how many times have these local guys actually even performed? Yeah. I feel like, once they see opportunity, they gotta grab it. I'm just happy that I'm able to give one of them, and I'm happy that they're able to come on and put on a good show for me and everything, because like it's like Rolling Greek isn't anything without the artists, just like it is like with me without the opportunity to give them either.
Facts. I actually remember this probably was before COVID, the pandemic. Like when we would just be in the union, some of the guys in fraternities, like they would talk about actually having a concert. Like they talked to Baby T about it. My homie D Will that graduated from him. Shout out D Will. He rapped too. They were talking about playing a concert together, but obviously, they couldn't make shit happen. But it's a good thing that, we actually got this going, and it's something that could actually be an annual thing,
Definitely, man. Shit. Hell, even by semester, I would be down with if it works out. I'd be down doing even every semester, just have a concert here and there.
Oh, bro. Man, that's definitely dope. When is it again? Go ahead and tell the people.
November 12th, 2022, Club Ritz, Macomb, Illinois.
Bro, make sure y'all pop out, hit bro up for the
wristband starting. Wristband still $10. Let me know. I'll get you the wrist looking nice.
Bro, sure, we gonna be in there though. Out of sight of mind. But what's in the future for you with DJing, bro?
Honestly, like I think about this just because like I just don't know where things could go. Like I'm here at Western for my education. You know, DJing just on the side type thing, but you know it is becoming more in front of me the more I got deeper dive into it. And I don't know, I feel like I do want to like have a few more successful summers in Chicago because you know that's where I also like I need to get my foot in the door as well.
Bro.
You know I can make my noise out here, but like when I go back home, you know it ain't gonna be the same situation. And you know, Western, I'm only here for 4 years, so I definitely got to have something back home to work up with. So if it's not DJing out here for maybe another year, it's gonna be you know trying to establish something back home and you know making the same impact. Yeah. Hell, even move Rolling Greek to another college out somewhere else too.
Hey, that'll definitely be decent, bro. Yeah, like definitely. If you know people at another school and be like, hey, would y'all be willing to? Like I know. ISU, they get like that. Northern is like
definitely.
that.
Then like the frat houses, like at the biggest schools, they be having mansions. Though I could just have a Rolling Greek at their crib. That'd be so much better.
That would go up.
It would, bro, man. It's like the potential's just there. We just gotta get there first.
Bro, no, I definitely feel that. Shoot, before we end this though, is there anything else that you want to touch on before?
No, I just want to say those who are coming to Rolling Greek, you know, I'm gonna appreciate it for real. You know, y'all are gonna be part of like the first step in like getting Western back to like in this revival of, you know, being the party school type thing. But at the same time, it's more than just partying. In the end of it, you know, it's all of us coming together to do something, and you know, we all got our one thing to put in on the table, and if we all put it together, it's gonna be one good table.
Most definitely. Quick question. Before you actually got here at Western, did you actually hear it was a party school or?
No. So I actually forgot to ask this when I toured here at the school. I actually forgot to ask my tour guide. I was like, I asked him everything but like, oh, so how was the party life out here? That's literally the only question I forgot to ask. So I was walking in blind, you know. So just to like get like up to speed on things so fast, it helped a lot, you know. For those who want to be a party, I recommend being a DJ. Being a DJ, but you won't miss out on a thing.
You definitely won't, but it's just like, what does college tour guide actually tell you how the parties really are?
Well, I feel like he never wanted to get into that subject only because I was with my parents. But at the same time, you know, I feel like he probably knew about the partying or maybe didn't enough. So like, I feel like you know it would have put him like in a situation where he doesn't really know how to answer it.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
It's always weird to work things out with like you know when someone else has to answer that.
But it's just like you know when you come out here, you know, and like you live out here. It's just like, hey, we need to know what it's like out here.
Definitely, man. Yeah, you're choosing the school, but you're also choosing the town.
No,
definitely.
Shoot, but hey, I'm glad we were able to get this in, bro. This really just a pre-interview. You know, we're probably gonna do a post-interview and just gonna see what it's like from there. Definitely appreciate you taking the time out your day, bro, to come sit down.
Appreciate it.
Been talking about this for the longest. Go ahead, shout out your socials.
Alright, so we got DJ _Oso. It should be Osos with zeros because they let me have the O's. And then we got Oscar _ Camacho on Instagram as well.
Bro, I'll drop that down below.
And then Rolling _ Greek if y'all want to get in tune with them wristbands.
Bro, I'm gonna
drop that
down below. But thank y'all for tuning in. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Also, don't forget to share it. We'll be back with more content on the way. This is Out of Sight and Mind. We out.